He became the director of the IHC. As he said, the Bharat Bodh Kendra was integrated with the library and became a specialized center to deepen public understanding of India's civilizational legacy. I need to mention here today the speaker, Shri Mukul Kanitkar ji, who has not only been the organizing secretary of the Bharatiya Shikshan Mandal for many years, but a keen scholar of the philosophy of Swami Vivekananda. He has made original contributions towards a contemporary understanding of Indian knowledge tradition, and indeed which comes in the person of the leading scholar and journalist, Professor K.G. Suresh, who not only has the deepest ties with the thinking of arriving at what K.C. Bhattacharya famously called Swaraj in ideas, moving out of cultural subjection, which is very different from cultural assimilation. So why is the habitat the appropriate space? Because it's built on the idea of synergy between people and institutions to resolve habitat-related problems. And if you consider the way the world with all the climate problems, this kind of a harmony of synergetic relationships is very, very important, and there is a huge significance of an alternative way of looking at that relationship. Alternative to what? To the Western way, which has dominated this space for a very long time. Honor to welcome such a wonderful speaker like Mukul Kanitkar ji, and also our chief guest, Professor Mehnat, who is here with us today. And this is a lecture series on the relationship between the human and non-human world in Indian philosophy. The India Habitat Center is the most appropriate space for reflections on this theme, but it's also the most appropriate time in the intellectual history of our country for making these inquiries, because we are in a very interesting moment in the history of ideas. We are
section, it has to do with civic, and civic has to do with cities. If it is forest, how can it be civilization? That is the problem with the language, because it comes with its own baggage. उनकी जो परंपरा है, उनकी जो इतिहास है, उस इतिहास को लेकर के भाषा आती है, इसलिए आरण्यक को कैसे अंग्रेजी में बता पाएगी बिंदु जी? आरण्यक है वो, वेद साहित्य का एक तृतीयांश अंश जो आरण्यक है, जो अरण्य से निकला है, इसलिए आरण्यक है, because it is born in अरण्य. अरण्य में झगड़ा नहीं होता. There is no duality, there is no conflict, there is so much of harmony. और मतलब मनुष्य और औरों में नहीं, क्योंकि जहां अद्वैत है वहां ह्यूमन और इनह्यूमन कुछ नहीं ना. हम तो सबको ही ह्यूमन बना देते हैं. एक परिवार में भोजन करने गया तो मेरा प्रिय
मुझे लगता है कि इंडिया राइजिंग वी ऑल्सो हैव टू थिंक अबाउट द पास्ट and rise from within the past without losing our roots, as the speaker has pointed out. This harmony that we have in India between not only human beings but with the whole universe, that's very, very important because we are standing in the habitat, and it's about ecological sustainability. Now we have realized as a world how unstable it is to rise without sustainability. So India has the resources to amalgamate and to go along with the non-human universe, philosophical resources. So I think India को rise करने के लिए ये ecological harmony को फिर से ज़हन में लाना बहुत important है, and that's really very important for rising.